Hello and welcome here to my channel. My name is michelledirelle and today we're gonna see how is actually Pamela Andersen doing. She's in the media right now currently, and she has a Netflix movie or series coming out. She's talking about her life, her experiences, and she has plenty of experiences, of life experience. I'm talking here about so you know, I'm just seeing what the cards are gonna tell us. I'm a professional card medium. We're gonna check out here her human design chart, which is also very interesting. If you know my channel already, maybe, I don't know if you're new or you are already watching here my channel, so you guys are very welcome. If you're new or already, you know, hanging out here with us. So you know that I already did also a lot of videos in the past about, in the, you know, very young past, let's say, about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And you know, I was also talking about how it is to have, you know, a very open chart. And Pamela Andersen has a quite open chart here. She has the G center open, the ego center open, yeah, and what she has very much defined is head and ajna. So she is a very concentrated human being. She likes logic. Her mind is very active. You know, blonde and dumb is not that what we would consider here, right? She is a generator, and she is coming off the roof, in fact, yeah. She is a 6-2 generator, and she's coming off the roof with 55 years. We know Pamela Andersen from Baywatch in the past. You know, our very depressive youth and childhood when we had to go to school. Of course it was fun, you know, I'm just kidding here. But yeah, so at least there was some Baywatch in TV when you had to learn stuff that you will never actually need in your life, or almost. So we know the red bathing suit they wore there in the TV, and so. And you know, there was also a lot of scandals with Tommy Lee, her marriage, short marriage, whatnot. And she's also talking here in the internet, on YouTube. She's telling us also that she had really the feeling that yeah, she had to really get out of the game, that it was also very confusing to her to be with so many people, being so popular. It was not easy for her soul, in fact. She had the feeling, and this is something she's also saying in the interviews and so, I was not watching the Netflix movie or series, I don't know, and I also don't know when it will come out. When you're interested in that, of course, you can find that on the internet, in fact, yeah. I'm just doing here, I'm curious, you know, how she's actually doing, you know, and you are curious too, because I know it's all over in the media, so why not doing something on Pamela Andersen, right? Sorry for the mess here. I'm also doing here some how to say that, some creative work here, because I have a new concept for my YouTube channel here for you guys, but this is a little bit of a surprise still. If you don't want to miss anything what I am doing, my channel is in 3 languages. Every Sunday at the same time a video is coming out, a German one, an English one, and a Polish one. So you know, then I don't forget my languages, at least, because when we don't practice what we learned once, it's gone, right? So you maybe know that it's the same with an instrument, with whatnot. And I believe like languages are, you know, a treasure. You can travel and everything. So that's for me a little treasure, you know. Yeah, and so you will receive like 3 videos, but they come out, they are plopping out when you are a subscriber at the same time, so you're not gonna feel disturbed of, you know, videos in too many languages or so. You will always find at the same time just an English version and English video, so it's then, you know, normal for you, I believe. All right. If you don't want to miss anything, then you can, you know, click the wonderful, give me a like, okay, give me a like, because your likes here, bing, when you subscribed here to my channel, then and you press the bell icon, please do it fastly for me. Please be nice and do that, okay? We YouTuber, you know, we live, you know, from these gestures, right? Our YouTube channels, they live really from this little thumb up. And this is not much work for you, I believe, okay? And if you're very much interested, I also, you know, appreciate you having you here when you're a subscriber, but of course everybody how they like it to have, right? You know, this is you guys an example for a complete analysis. And a complete analysis is a very, very helpful tool for your life, I believe. This is one you invest once in a complete analysis, and I'm not too expensive, I can promise you that. I'm like in the middle range of all the readers and mediums here, I would say. So you can always consider, you know, a personal reading with me to every kind of topic, you know, maybe to love or to your career. Also like for some minutes only. If you have just little question, this is possible. Or it's also possible to book a personal reading. And, you know, and we actually take Pamela Andersen because it's very interesting now that she's also in the media very much. So most likely I have also the chance to be seen here more because it's all over the place, this topic also. I would say we're going to be curious if you guys like it also in a spiritual sense. But if Pamela Andersen would like to, you know, let's imagine dive into spiritual topics or just getting to know herself better, which she maybe would very much, because she is a 6-2 profile in the human design, and they are very, very deep profiles, right? And very wise, okay? I know that we have cliches in our mind, very lots of people. I hope that our mankind will also try to dig a bit deeper and not only judge somebody of blonde hair or brown hair or red hair or whatnot hair. But okay, I don't know if our species is that far away from being apes still or not. And I'm quite ironic here and there, yeah, because, you know, sometimes we are a little bit too much, you know, against the wall with our heads. So I hope that that might maybe even change. Who freaking knows? And if Pamela Andersen would like to know, maybe, you know, maybe some deeper about her life, has some questions or not. So, you know, you could be actually in the place of Pamela Andersen here and think like, okay, so let's see what she says about Pamela Andersen here, in fact. And maybe it would be also interesting to have, you know, a personal reading for me, maybe a deep one that's diving really into my soul, my personal soul, my personal life path, and you know, how can we solve problems or not, okay? I'm a problem solver, so at least when you like think like, okay, you know, for example, just an example, when somebody that doesn't know what to do with her or his life, and they want to know what's my life path, my soul path, whatnot, then we could also check out, you know, which talents you have, which profession you could do. Here in Pamela Andersen's case, she has an open G center, so it could be very, very likely, and it is, that she has many hobbies, many interests, and is invited in many different projects. She's currently acting on a theater stage, right? I mean, she's an actor, but you know, at least she was in so many different projects, and now she is in theater. So it is also very, you know, very different kind of career here. So she's not destined to be in one place and doing the same stuff all over again. So for that, she's also too curious, and so that one might be, for example, something that we would consider here, and also together with the cards. She is a generator, and you know, the thing is, like, when you could also have other challenges here, and we can figure everything out with the cards, and maybe also with a deep analysis here, or a complete analysis with cards, human design, and the numerology depends on your issue here. So she is a generator type. And that means her aura is open for life, right? Her aura is open for life, and she has a very, very, very well, very good gut feeling, okay? This is very much the talent of a generator, of every generator, that there is this gut feeling. You have also the belly voice, how to say, you know, when somebody is asking you yes or no questions, you very, very likely have the answer within your gut. You feel like a yeah, no, yeah. And even generators sometimes even make sounds very much, but these sounds are coming very well from the gut, okay, or from the sacral here, and the sacral is really the red thing here, okay. We have 5 different types in the human design, and a generator works best when a generator is got invited to some project, some marriage, some project, yeah, some life, okay. Do you want to, you know, have this or that life? I invite you to that, whatever it might be. It can be something professional, it can be, you know, something private, whatever, yeah. And it's very important to really listen to this gut feeling to stay healthy and happy, yeah. But her life path is not about is not so much about being able to always being able to listen to this gut feeling, okay. She is here to be also very much conditioned, but it would be the healthiest to really listen to the gut feeling, okay? Sometimes our mind is getting here in the way, and her mind is very, very defined here. She's inspiring people very much. She's the one that inspires people, and when people get inspired, it is because of her. Sometimes people tend to look even more inspiring than maybe her, or more clever somehow, but it's only because she is inspiring others, and when she's gone, then her influence is gone, and then the person isn't that smart anymore. It is like this. The open centers here in the human design are when they got defined with defined centers, or when somebody is in our presence that has, for example, a defined ego center or so, yeah, and we have a lack of willpower, then it could be when we're together with this person, then we suddenly have more willpower, and you know, we can schedule better our workout regime, I don't know how to say it in English. Sorry also for my blind spots here and there in English. You can always correct me in the comment section, by the way. I'm not mad or so. I love to learn. And suddenly you got, you know, more willpower as you actually normally have. And this is because the influence of the other person, when the other person goes away, you know, you are then on your own. Exception would be if there is a transit that is influencing us generally, and it is a definition on the ego center. Okay, so it is the same like with her mind here, that she's inspiring others. And that could be even that, you know, the person who got conditioned by somebody who is defined in a certain center here. This is, of course, this is the ego center, for example, yeah? Let's get back to the example of the ego center. Then we tend to be even more straightforward, have more self-esteem, overdo this power thing even more when the person is in our presence that has actually this definition in his or her original body graph in the human design. It's their energy, okay? But we can overdo it. We can be even more powerful than this person that is defined, but only as long as the person is in our presence or a transit, okay? So we got here conditioned, okay? This is like other people are conditioning us here. And this is quite difficult here with the ego and the G center. I see here also in her numerology, I wrote it down with my hands, right? So she has the life path 4 here. I'm not explaining the 31-4. The 31-4 is a term of a certain numerology school that I am using for my personal analysis. So that get only clients from me that are purchasing a full analysis for example, because I can explain you that in very little words what you really have to, or what you really can follow and can do in your life, and your life will significantly be better, and I mean much better, and it can also erase karma for sure. This is something that I am promising because I know it, because I'm following this path, yeah? And this is a quite, you know, an occult knowledge. It is quite a secret knowledge. Why? Because numerology is not mainstream. Numerology, there are very different schools in numerology. We got Shiro, we got Pythagoras, we got really a lot of teachers that having, you know, a different perspective on numerology, and even the numbers could differ from their meanings. That's why very, very less or very little amount of people dare to make numerology videos nowadays, really. Of course there are some, yeah, but you know, the thing is, it's not so common and it's not so clear to really get into this. But I'm telling you, when I see your life path number, I'm giving you really in short sentences things that you might do and follow and integrate in your life, and your life is gonna freaking change, yeah? So this is what I'm very much promising. So my email address is there underneath in the info box for you guys. It's michelledirelle@gmail.com. And I have, you know, medium prices. I'm not that expensive, for the fact that I can change your life here, okay? Yeah, so, for example, she's a 4, so she must develop these little steps out of shit, yeah? A lotus flower is really growing out of the mud, of the dirty ground, of the dirty mud, and is a super beautiful flower. And Pamela Andersen, I don't know, I can relate to that, okay, when we compare her with this lotus flower. Why not? I think she's also, you know, very much an attractive woman with over 50, and I believe that she is doing not so much plastic surgery, you know, she's quite natural. I mean, she has her makeup on, of course she has a very gorgeous sense of style and fashion still, very much. I really like the colors she's wearing, like beige, for example, or so. But, you know, I don't see that she is like, you know, nobody went to her face and ironed it till it's, you know, without anything on it. You see the 50, yeah? You see that she has wrinkles in her face, and this is like, for me, a sign that she is not really, you know, going under the knife, you know, once a week or so, yeah? And I believe, you know, this is a very, very, very authentic, authentic person, yeah. And I don't mind when somebody you know, is you know, caring for themselves also in a plastic surgery kind of lifestyle. I'm not judging that, you know. It's okay. I don't care. But you know, this is something actually quite, you know, authentic person. Let's say it like that. And she has to, with the 4, learn these little steps, you know. She must do little steps in her life to really get out of maybe habits which could be wrong. She has also in her youth here, the 8, not a very, the 8 in this kind of numerology system is not the most positive energy, yeah. It's very challenging, the 8 here, you know, in this position here. Yeah, so in this position, from that school that I know, I'm not going here into detail, but from that school, the 8 here, and somewhere else in another numerology, the 8 is a very positive number, but not here. Here it is a challenge that shows me that her family life could be quite challenging, could have been challenging in her past when she was younger. She was maybe even very left alone as a child here. Maybe her parents were working a lot or so. It was not easy, okay? Childhood and youth were not easy. I believe, what I remember from the interview I saw with her, that she left home with a very young age. But at least, you know, when you know it was bullshit, you can also, you know, move your butt away out of that toxic and, you know, become a Baywatch actor or whatnot. And she actually, you know, left Canada. I believe Canada? Yeah, she's from Canada. And she is a generator, a 6-2 profile, and she went to the roof. That means, you know, after a very, very wild time, a 6 profile has, you know, 3 stages in a life. Also the 6-3, but the 6-3 is even more special. But we are talking here about the 6-2 of Pamela Andersen. And she... a 6-2 typically has, you know, till their first 30 years of life, they have, you know, a quite chaotic time, the wrong people, bumping into the wrong situations in life, bumping out of wrong situations, chaos somehow, and so. And also a lot of conditioning, also a lot of pain. She could have also a sense of not being good enough, yeah. That could be very, very deep pain here in these open G and ego. The ego center and the G center, it's an illusion, you guys, but you will see the illusion only when you see the transits. I got also open G and open ego center, and my self-esteem is wonderful when the transit shows a definition in one of these centers. And it might be crap, you know, when no transit is there or no person that is, you know, conditioning me. And that shows me, you know, when you're following the transits and you check out the transits, and transits are a very natural thing, because we are also influenced by the moon. The whole sea and oceans are influenced by the moon, ebb and flow. So, I mean, it's not so weird that we are also, you know, get also influenced by a transit, by planets, by astrology. I mean, come on, yeah? So we are not God or something. We can be also like animals or the ocean, be influenced, yeah? Yeah, okay, so, you know. The thing is, when I see that it's very much an energetic thing, I could, you know, from then eventually, yeah, there comes a time, hopefully, that we see, oh, it's a stupid transit. Okay, I feel like crap, but you know, it's an illusion. I mean, it's only because the transit is not in the sky. I actually could just don't feel like that, because it will be over still. It will be gone, yeah. And this is also the funny joke. And Ra Uruhu, the founder of the human design that channeled it, yeah, into the world. He said also it's a joke, you know. He's very often, you know, comparing that actually with a joke, or telling that, you know, all the stuff is actually, you know, in the end a joke. Oh. And I can very much relate to that, yeah, when we check out the transits here. Yeah, so she has a difficult, she must be on a daily basis disciplined. This is her task. When she's doing that, being on a daily basis disciplined, just in very, very few words, then, you know, a life of a 4 will be better. But here in my school there is 31. And I have also, you know, tips for especially this number on, or any other numbers too, also your number, if you want to have a personal reading. And I can tell you that in a few sentences, and your life will be great when you follow the steps, okay? When you don't do anything, don't change anything, everything will stay the same. This is very often the thing. Okay, so she overcame her childhood, the first 30 years she overcame. The 7 here in her life path, then the 3, then the 11, then the 5. She will find love, you know, maybe later in life, maybe now, when she is actually very much, you know, being herself more, because after 30 years, a 6 line goes to the roof, and on the roof, we are maybe even the first time in our lives ourselves, yeah, because there is no condition. I mean, especially, not especially, those 6 lines that have a lot of open centers. A lot of great people have very many open centers in the chart, and a lot of people who are not so great have, you know, open centers in their chart. Having open or defined centers doesn't make a good or a bad person, doesn't make an intelligent or less intelligent person, yeah. She's very active in her head. She is, she can remember many things, yeah. She is not so much influenced by thoughts and ideas of other people. But the flip side here is that she might not be open for every knowledge, okay? And that could be also a good knowledge that she's not open in. Or when she made her mind, it could be that she's not open to any alternatives. This is the flip side, you know? So it is very, very relative. She can remember a lot of things. She is very, very thoughtful, yeah? She can analyze very, very well. Maybe somebody also who has an affinity to math, or sciences somehow, but not everybody who has this definition, yeah, is also conditioned. But so she could think so much that she even could have sleep issues, yeah, okay. So, and now we can just check out how does she feel nowadays. Let's see how was her well-being in the past. Maybe the times, you know, like the last, when Pamela Andersen is maybe thinking about, you know, her past experiences, maybe, you know, when she was, you know, the actor in Baywatch was married to Tommy Lee, and so her feelings towards that, yeah, a lot of anger. So there is anger. She wasn't, maybe not very much listening to her gut feeling in the past, yeah. But you know, guys, I mean, she's not coming, you know, from the best childhood, the best thing whatsoever. And maybe a girl like that just also wants to, not like that, just a girl who's maybe not so from you know, from a family that's actually, you know, having her best interest in her mind, would like to go to this wide world and makes a fortune, you know, turning that bad shit around, having more self-esteem by having more success. But you know, the price she was paying was a lot, was too much, yeah, was too much, and she's having angry feelings towards her path. Okay, but she knows that there was also, you know, the opportunity to make lots of money, what she did, but still there is, like, you know, selling a little bit a part of her soul, actually, and she doesn't know really if it was worth even, yeah. But she knows that she has really now really the money, and she is financially free, and everything in life has a price. And I don't want to judge that, and nobody should. Yeah, this is just, everybody has their life. Nobody knew better. But still, she has a lot of financial freedom now, and we guys must, you know, maybe work and work. We maybe have a peaceful life in one form or the other, but you know, it's like, you know, everybody's paying the price for their actions, and this is it. Yeah, it's called karma also. But karma is not good and bad. It's just a result of how we lived our lives, right? So. Yeah, so, you know, there is, you know, she's also, you know, repairing a little bit her wounds here also, yeah? Okay? Or trying, okay? And how does Pamela now feel today? She knows that she overcame a lot, and she knows that she really had times of success. She can also honor her success that she had with everything she did as an actor and so on, okay? And she knows that she overcame really a lot already. The same message actually with the Three of Wands. And the rest, if there are maybe any still a little bit anger issues or whatnot, she will overcome that too, yeah? She's on her way still. Yeah. What I'm also seeing is like... she has to overcome really something, her soul, how to say that, she's healing, okay, she's healing, and she's on a very good way. She's healing still, yeah, she's still healing. There is still stuff that she's carrying around within her. What would be the tip, you know, if you know, if a client is asking me, you know, Michelle, which kind of tip do you have here? So the cards would say like, go into this contemplation mode, meditate, be in peace, go in silence, go into silence, and respect, or not respect, like, there is just stuff that you will carry, maybe even for a longer period of time. I don't want to say for the rest of your life, but there is just shit that you just can't erase. Accept it. And when we accept that, life will be easier, yeah, as crazy as it seems. This is just very much the tip here. And also, feel powerful. Feel powerful. Maybe it would be also here, because I was mentioning the transits, it would be also very nice to really check out the transits. You know, when do I feel powerless? When do I feel powerful? And here, where I have power, in which part of my life, how can I live? How can I feel more powerful? How can I help others with my power? But not, you know, like a doormat, just very much like from an inner power, yeah, from the inner power self that is caring for itself, and also, you know, for the environment. How can I be a queen, basically? Okay, how can I always feel with a lot of self-esteem? We got the yellow, and this is also the solar plexus. And how can I stand my ground without getting too much conditioned here? Yeah. Yeah. And not caring too much of money, okay? We got not any money card. Money, the money game is now, you know, it's done. It's okay, you know, she did, you know, a lot to have this this basis, this fundament. It is about her. Maybe she has a depression also, still a little bit, okay? Yeah. But anyhow, I'm very, very curious, because, you know, the 6-2 profile is one of the wise profiles in the human design, okay? It's like the Hermit or so. And Pamela Andersen has a 6-2, and the last over the 6-2 profile is the 6-3 profile, the unconscious 3. So the first time, the first 30 years are to make mistakes. Even better in making mistakes is the 6-3 profile, but the 6-3 profile, and these are Ra-Uruhu words, it's not any making up of me or so. This is the wisest profile, and I'm telling you why, because it's the biggest experimental life that you can have here. when you have a 6-3 profile. But you know, those two, and also there's also, you know, the 4-6, so it's not the only that is wise, but the 6-2, we are talking about 6-2 because we're talking about Pamela Andersen, you know, mostly. It's like those people have their own lifestyle, they are role models, and they are living how they think, how they are living from deep within. These are no gurus that are showing the way, or just, you know, being leaders very much to others. They are just very much living themselves. And this is the exception, not exception, this is the example for others, you know, to have the courage to be yourself. This is hard. I'm a 6-3, by the way, so yeah, so at least, you know, she can tell younger persons also a lot of stories, yeah, and also a bit, you know, of what she actually learned from the story, and people can take it or not, yeah, but it's not forcing to guide somebody or so. Yeah, you guys, this was about Pamela Andersen. If you like the reading, you know, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. We can check out every problem or challenge that you might have or not have, yeah, and you can always write me an email. Underneath is my email address, and I love you. Thank you so much. Subscribe and so, and see you then in the next reading. That was Michelledirelle. Bye.